a cup of love, feel it rising up and above. You will always keep my heart and soul strong. Plant your seeds and watch them grow. The light will always know where to go. You will always keep my heart and soul strong.
We're at Sam's. Happy Tuesday. Grocery shopping day. We're at Walmart now. Film all of the beautiful garden stuff. And he still needs some okra. Glorious seeds. So here are the shelves I wanted to show. I forgot to show them the other day. So after Christmas, they were pretty much were empty. This one down here, this bottom one, was always like a collect all kind of junk. Actually, they all were, but this was more like books and papers down there. So I put most of the books in. There's one of the turtles from the turtle game. I put the books that were down here, which are a bunch of coloring books and whatnots. So anyway, these are some of my cookbooks that can't fit in this shelf. So I put them there. I could put them all on one shelf, but then we got some of these other ones that I had picked up recently on that shelf. And then I just stuck that there so when I do my lists, I can just grab a cookbook and that at the same time. And then on this shelf, I put the little girl with her chicken. She still needs a hat. Over there we have the CD that goes with our school, and if it's there, I know where it's at all times. And then this was the little thing I picked up the other day at the thrift store for $1. It's been washed. And then Danny gifted me these, and I just couldn't use them. They're little guitars, Dolly Parton, and I love them. They're measuring cups. So I just stuck them there, and they've been actually on my shelf. And then this is the Coat of Many Colors Dolly Parton book that came in the mail for Journey. And so that has been on my shelf. And then a couple birthdays ago, I wanted Dolly Parton birthday card. I told my husband that was like the only thing I really wanted. So he got it for me. And then for his birthday, I got him one. His birthday's after mine, so I got him one. So I put it there. I told him I was going to put it in a frame. I never did. But anyway. And then I have like this like chicken shelf, but there's a turkey there too, because you guys know I bought that turkey. So I got this from a thrift store. My mom gave me this. My mom gave me another chicken thing. I have to figure out where it's at. I feel like I just saw it. I think it might be in on my husband's desk. Why would it be in there? I don't know. Anyway, and so then I got this at the thrift store. I got the cup at the thrift store. I don't remember if somebody gave me that sign or if I bought it, but it's like one of those metal signs. Maybe it was gifted to me. I don't remember. You guys know I picked up the turkey, so I do think it is a sugar bowl, maybe. I don't know. Or maybe cream. I don't know. So it's just living here for now amongst the chickens, you know, because they all... Anyway, Evan and Haley, so they're not together anymore, but they got me this for Christmas one year, and I love it. It's so cute. And then my husband got me this one year for Christmas. This was a Christmas ornament we picked up somewhere or another, but it stays there. And then there is the woman with her ducks that I got at the thrift store. So for the people that were asking, like, where are you putting it all? So I had after I got rid of Christmas, and that little thing has some cinnamon sticks and some pine cones. The original pine cones we were going to use for our project. I think they fell off some kind of Christmas decoration or something. And at that time I didn't have any pine cones, so I'm like, we're going to use these, but they're really small. Anyway, and then I had ornaments, and the lid is just upside down on it, but I never did put it away after Christmas. I thought I might put something in it. I don't know what. So it's just there for now. And then going up a shelf, this is also like I said, I had bare shelves. The rock I painted in Michigan and some sand from the beach. I believe it's Michigan. Sand from my favorite beach. These came from the Dollar Tree. We actually got 2 more up here. Let me, because I was gonna let the girls wish upon a starfish. Oh, so one actually says sand from my favorite beach. One says wish upon a starfish. I guess I could put them here too. Why not? I don't know. And then this is something for my husband. Like I told you, he's a toy collector, and it doesn't bother me. He has toys all over. But this shelf is his shelf, and as you can see, it has a bunch of stuff on it, like a ton of like remotes and what's-its. This is actually something his when he was a kid. These are like things I think he 3D printed, and then Batman's upside down, don't know. And then up there is another shelf with things that you want to keep away from children, like breakable thing. I don't know what that is. It's something that Papa gave her. But anyway, there's just some randomness up there. Like I said, these shelves have pretty much been like collect all until like Christmas. And then when I cleared everything off, I decorated for Christmas. And then when I cleared all that off, I didn't put any of the junk back up there. So I'm like, but that has always been on my shelf. This chicken has always been on my shelf. And the chicken my mom gave me has always been there. And then there's a picture of my daddy, me, Nathan, and Evan. And then my husband's got some figures up there. I don't know what they go to. I don't know. He made the shelf, so. And then he's got a board that goes across from that shelf to that shelf with more of his toys and, you know, whatever. And then before he ever got into toys, and before he, oh my gosh, my lady's up there. She's all dusty. I'm gonna move her. Anyway, so before he ever met me, he had a whole collection of these Indians that his mom painted. And yeah, like I said, it's just a lot of, these are Sterling's, but he thought it went with the natives. So, but this is my old woman. It's like a oh, dusty as can be. So, she's been with me probably the past, I say 25 years. Hold on. Okay, I just brought her over here. She is dusty, as you can tell. I know this thing comes out. It's fallen out. It was stuck to her. It's supposed to be like coal or something, like she's carrying coal. But she's made out of paper. I think a paper, kind of like a paper mache, but trying to see what that says. Anyway, dusty. So I've had her for a really, really long time. I found her at a thrift store in Michigan when I lived in Michigan. I just thought she was really neat, and so I bought her. And so she has been with me for a very long time. And when I moved here, my husband thought she was really creepy. But she's, you know, she's just been up there on the shelf. I'm gonna clean her up a little bit. So anyway, I found this on her. So, yeah. I cleaned her up a little bit. Let me go stick her on my shelf. Okay, she's gotta go back over here because she's too tall for the shelf over there. So there you go, lady. Anyway, yeah, so all this is my husband's stuff. He's got, well, this is like CD or DVDs, and there's some music stuff. Music. And we got this shelf over in the corner that does have a lot of our pictures. Then over here as well, a lot of his toys. Like I said, a lot of, as you can see, some of them fell down. A lot of them get mumbo jumboed around and stuff. So, and his books. So yeah, this is his shelf. And then we got 2 droids here in our living room. We got Journey on the floor with a bunch of toys around her. And then this is his shelf as well. It doesn't bother me, all his toys. So I know people are like, you got a lot of stuff in your house. Well, they're all his toys. It's fine. And then this is what I've taken over, and I showed you guys that I've got my chicken thing that hopefully when I get a hutch or something will go on it. That's a bag of dirt to plant some chives or something in. Evan gifted me this one year for my birthday, and so it's been put up for a while, and then when it was like in a tote that we were putting Christmas in, and so I just pulled it out. I'm like, yeah, I can figure out something. And then that, because I just like it because it looks really old and vintagey, that I just like it. And plus I love the scene on it, the rabbits. So I just stuck that back there. And then I've got this wire basket, and it is holding our seeds and our hanging basket things that I got at the Dollar Tree. And then I need to find a thing for my oil lamp here. So I got fry bread. Gonna rise. We're gonna have Indian tacos. Taco Tuesday. Hello. How are you? Journey, I can't see. Journey, I can't see. Hi.
Hi.
Hello there. Let's see this.
Are you going to cover this with music?
Why? You got something to say?
Well, I was going to put this bottle.
Oh,
Yeah, I got something to say.
I got something to say.
Burn out.
Fade away. Hey, you guys, what's up? So we ate dinner. We had Indian tacos. So if you don't know, I am half Native American. my mommy is full, and my daddy's a white man. Anyway, so I recently switched. So let's back up. Let's back up a little bit. So as you guys know, I wanted to do sourdough, and so I've like watched videos. I've watched. I have recipes in my little books, and so the sourdough I'm doing right now was just whole wheat flour and water, and you basically let it like sit there for, you know, 4 or 5 days, and then like, yeah, anyway, so because I'm doing that and it says to feed it unbleached flour, I switched over to buying unbleached flour. So I bought my first bag. I had probably like that much of bleached flour in the bottom of my flour canister, and normally I would, like, when I fill my canister, I will either dump out the flour that's in there into a bowl. Like if there's a lot, I'll dump it into a bowl. If there's not a lot, I will just shake it to the side and then pour my flour, like try to pour it in one side, and then that way I'm kind of using the older flour up. So anyway, so I just ended up dumping it in there, and so I've been using unbleached flour. And the first thing I made was the rolls yesterday. The rolls, Jacqueline's Grammy's rolls. They were okay, but we noticed that it was taking longer for them to cook. Normally, like, you know, normally when I cook, they rose fine. Everything about it was fine, except for when I was making them, using the recipe, they were wet. They were like really wet, that I had to add a little more flour to it to make it the consistency, you know. Same thing with the fry bread. It was really wet. I had to get at least another cup of flour to make it so it wasn't wet. And I used 5 cups of flour in both recipes too. But anyway, and so then I used a smaller pan. Then I have my special fry bread pan that I always use, but we didn't have a lot of oil and I forgot to buy some. And so I was like, well, if I use a smaller pan, right, which one is your oil to be, you know, at least I'd say 2 inches thick, so that, you know, when you fry your fry bread, it's not like up against the bottom of the pan and burning. And that also could have been part of my problem, but it just seemed like it just cooked up really fast. And normally, you know, I've done this so many times that I know my stove, I know my pan. You know, I haven't used this pan before, but I just, you know, and so I even turned it way down, and they were still like cooking so fast. So when they cook really fast, they don't cook all the way in the middle. They tend to be a little bit doughy, and so they were doughy. And so even the rolls, some of the rolls yesterday were doughy. And then today when we went to eat them, because we had some left over, they were really hard and thick, like really, like, you know, they weren't fluffy. And so I'm like, it's gotta be the unbleached flour. So I want to know in the comments down below if A, you use unbleached flour or if you use bleached flour. And if you do use unbleached flour, is it like different? Like my husband's like, maybe you just need to work with it and figure out, you know, how to work it, you know. And I'm like, yeah, but at the same time I'm like, I don't like this. I don't like this very much. Anyway, I am just now drinking my spicy water. I was telling my husband, I was like, I get to where I crave it. It's salty and a little bit spicy and lemony, and I think it's just, I don't know. And y'all might have made it and tried it. Make it to where you like it. Like if it tastes weird or whatever, you know, try adding like less ginger or more ginger or less cayenne pepper or more cayenne pepper or more salt. I like mine more saltier than my husband likes his. I like to be able to have that saltiness with a little bit of spiciness. But anyway, yeah, let me know down below what kind of flour you use. And is there like different rules for unbleached flour that I don't know about? I know a whole wheat flour. I do know that that can, you know, be different. But I just thought unbleached flour would just, you know, be the same as bleached flour, just a little, just darker, because it's not bleached. I need a band-aid, guys. My finger is cracking. I need to get into the habit of putting my medication on. So if you don't know, I have eczema. It was really, really bad a few years ago. And then, I say it's been a while now. Hold on. I have no idea. 4 years, maybe? Five years, maybe? I have no idea. I'm trying to think back to when, so I go to a dermatologist. I was referred to the dermatologist because my eczema was so bad, and it has been bad ever since I had Sterling 16 years ago. So I had eczema when I was little. It was pretty bad when I was little, and I kind of grew out of it, and so I, you know, grew out of it and had no issues until I had Sterling. And so after I had Sterling, which is my first girl, it came back, but it only came back on my hands, on my fingers. We don't know why. And then the doctor was even like, you know, sometimes this can happen. People that have eczema when they were a child, you know, after having a pregnancy, a child, you know, it can come back. So I don't know if it didn't come back with Nathan or Evan. I don't know if it just didn't do it because they were boys, or, you know, carrying a girl did something different to my body that made it just come back on my hands. So then they're like, well, you know, if you had another baby, you know, there's a higher chance that having another baby could reverse it. And, you know, but it didn't. No. Anyway, so yeah, I do get eczema, but it is nowhere near like these were like raw, like just raw. And now I just pretty much just get like cracks on my fingers. This one's cracked. This one is healing. I don't know if you can tell. It probably won't show up because of the lighting is crap right here. I don't know. It's healing up there. I got a spot here, but I don't know what that is. I don't know if that is like cracking or if I hurt myself, because I am prone to like just randomly hurting myself. So I've got bruises all over my legs, and I'm like, God, I don't remember hitting myself. Oh, there was a big, was it here? Yeah, it was here. It's gone away pretty much now, but there was a huge bruise here. I'm like, I don't remember ever hitting myself. Anyway, now that my heat press is heated back up and dinner is over, I'm going to continue working. I still have to make 2 ribbon trims as well. It's freezing cold outside. Alexa, what's it?
Right now, it's 28 degrees Fahrenheit.
28.
Tonight, expect a low of 19 degrees.
Yeah, 19 degrees, you guys. Now, for some places, you know, that's normal. We live in upstate South Carolina. It's not, I mean, in the winter it does get cold, and it can occasionally, you know, we do get these bursts of cold weather, but it's that what Arctic blast or whatever that's moving through. So my friend Jess is texting me. She She's turning into the sourdough queen. Anyway, let me get to work. Oh, look at my hairdo. I am working, but I had a question from Donna. And I answered it, but I thought, oh, well, since I'm sitting here working, I might as well answer it again in case some of you do embroidery and want to know as well. Like, she wanted to know if the medium cutaway sheets I use, are they the ones that I tear away? And I said yes. It does. Like I said, I've been using them for, I don't know, 8, 9 or more years. Well, I won't say that. We'll say at least since 2016, maybe 27. I don't know. It's been a long time. I bought them. I think I bought them on a whim, and I mainly. So back then I was using the PE 800, which is, you know, the smaller one, and it would fit on those. They're made for the 5x7. Now these will fit, like, I like to use my 8x9, or is this a 9x8? Is this, what is it? 8x9. So it, you know, will fit on there. I recently got into using tape, like pretty much the past 2 weeks. I will just take a little piece of tape, like not even very much, like this much, and just tape my stabilizer down. I do have from Mighty Hoop this stabilizer thing, but it's just as easy to use this. I mean, I like both ways. I don't have like a preferred, like using that or using the tape, but so yeah, I do. And I was going to show you guys just really quickly. My battery's going to die. Hopefully it lasts. But so these are the sheets. They are medium cutaway. I'll just do this one real quick. So I've got my shirt. I usually press it first before I do this, but because my battery is going to die, and I still have a piece of tape on here. Let me get that off. So I usually just make a little, just to start it, and then I just kind of rip it off around, and it kind of, if you get it just right, it just pretty much just tears right along the thread and the name, and then I just kind of go, I try not to get in between the name and the design. I usually try to just leave that, but so it pretty much just tore away from, and then see there's a little bit inside the 5. I would just pick that out as well. So there, and this is the medium. It did tear up a little bit here and here, but that's fine. Usually I try to leave it, but occasionally that does happen, and I don't worry about it. I just leave it, and then I put the stuff on the back of it. So yeah, so I just thought I'd answer that because she just asked. Oh, and then I had somebody comment, Margie actually, about the baby carrots being washed in chlorine. Well, there's chlorine in everything. There's chlorine and fluoride in your water that you drink, like your tap water, if you have like city water or whatever. I'm pretty sure that the amount is probably, you know, it might be just like washing in your tap water. Who knows? Washing the carrots. But whether it's true or not true, I've heard where it is true. I've seen things where it is true. I've seen things where, you know, online where it says it's not true. But what it all boils down to is you have to think about something has to keep, you know, keep it preserved. And, you know, what is that? What's keeping it stay fresh without skin inside of a bag? You know what I mean? And I also heard that they have been modified to taste better. Like baby carrots are a different carrot than the other, like the ones that you saw me peeling. Because honestly, they do taste better. They are a sweeter carrot, and they do have, like, you know, they have a good taste to them. If you compare that with a carrot that you just peel, I prefer the ones that peel. I like the taste of those ones over the ones that, you know, the baby carrots. But yeah, like the girls, they would prefer the baby carrots because they are a sweeter carrot. But I'm not trying to, you know, hurt anyone by saying, you know, that it's, if y'all knew my husband, then you would understand. If you know my husband, how we go grocery shopping, he reads every label. He wants to know what's in the food. He is searching for things that are... Ron. Ron, what are you doing? Oh, he's sneezing or something. Anyway, you know, he just wants... He's looking for healthier foods and not, you know, modified food. And yeah, so we are trying, you know, little baby steps, trying to get away from a lot of that. That's why I want to start canning. You know, if I can my own vegetables, I know what's in it. If we grow them ourselves, we know that we grew them, we know what's in it. Now, I do know that you can get modified seeds as well and plant those seeds in your yard. It's everywhere. And I'm not, you know, I'm not trying to knock anything. I'm not trying to knock anybody that does or if they don't, because we've eaten that stuff, you know, lots of times. And you know, I'm sure we will continue to occasionally, you know, the lard I bought, even there's something in the lard that he doesn't like, but there was no other option for lard at our store. This was the only lard option, so I ended up buying it because I wanted to make the rolls that Jacqueline makes. And so, you know, yeah, so, and yeah, now we must get back to work.
Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye guys.